ECC Timeout talks are brought to you by State Farm. The James Von If Agency is here for the ECC family during these unexpected times. For more information and to get a quote, visit www.vonifinsurance.com. Hey everyone, and welcome to the first ever edition of ECC Timeout Talks. I'm Casey Rafferty, Assistant Commissioner from the ECC, and joining me today is Jessica Mauro, junior women's soccer student athlete at Molloy College. Thanks for joining us, Jess.
Hello, thanks for having me.
So I mentioned you're a soccer student athlete, but the first thing I think we're going to talk about is what you're doing now during this COVID-19 pandemic that we're all dealing with. So you're a nursing major. Can you just tell us a little bit about what you're doing right now?
Yeah, right now I'm a nursing assistant at Mercy Medical Center in Rockville Center. So I'm helping out during this whole pandemic at the hospital, being like the nurse's second hand, giving them some aid during this.
So this was not something you had planned heading into this semester. This is something you volunteered for when this whole pandemic started?
Yeah, no, I definitely wasn't planning on working during the semester, but with everything happening, I just saw an opportunity that I wanted to go and help, and I went for it.
And so just talk a little bit how you ended up at Mercy Medical Center. How did that come to be with your affiliation through the Molloy nursing school?
So Mercy is part of the Catholic Health Services on Long Island. So they had sent out an email to Molloy, and then Molloy sent out one to all its like junior and senior nursing students, asking if anyone was willing to help out because they were kind of shorthanded and needed some extra support. And knowing that we come from a very well-known nursing program, that we had the skills to kind of jump right into it. And so I signed up for it.
Great. And you're directly around patients that have COVID-19?
Yeah, I am.
So describe your typical shift, how long you're there, what you do at the hospital.
So I work an 8-hour shift from 7 to 3. And so while I'm there, I get dressed up in a whole jumpsuit, a gown, double mask, face shield, gloves, the whole, everything. And part of my daily routine is basically going into my patients' rooms, taking their vitals, kind of being with them. If they're able to talk, kind of like have a little conversation with them because they're all alone. And then I'll check some blood sugars, do some blood draws if needed. And then whatever else the nurses need help with, they'll let me know.
That's great. Going into this at all, was there any hesitation? Were you scared at all going into a hospital during these crazy times?
No, I really wasn't. I don't know. It just didn't. I felt like, being a nursing major, like you're going to be in those situations where you're going to be around people who like can be contagious, but, it's kind of what you signed up for. And, without hesitation, I went and took the leap and went to go help.
And do you think your studies at Molloy helped prepare you well for what you're going into and what you've seen in the hospital?
Absolutely. Definitely the clinical experience that Molloy gives us early on in our sophomore year definitely gives a lot of like confidence in my abilities and definitely allows me to improve every semester with my skills.
Great. Has this made you question at all? You're in a hospital during one of the worst health crises this country's ever seen. Has it made you question what you wanted to do with your career and become a nurse, or has it kind of made you feel like this was the right decision? This is definitely what you want to do with your life and career after you're done at Molloy.
It definitely showed me that I am on the right track for what I want to do. I just want to help people, and I don't see a better situation and better career than to do that in nursing.
Yeah, that's, just to get off the topic of asking you questions, us that aren't on those front lines, we just can't thank you all enough for what you're doing. And especially today, talking to you on National Nurses Day, it makes it even more special. But thank you, and please send thanks to all your colleagues at the hospital for everything they've been doing to help us get through this.
Yeah,
So you're doing this, but you're still having to balance your schoolwork at Molloy. So all your classes are virtual now, and how How has that been? Do you like taking it? Do you like taking your classes online? And how have you been balancing all that extra, you know, work you've been doing at the hospital with your schoolwork?
Well, I don't think anyone really likes being taught online, really. It's kind of difficult. Being in a classroom setting is definitely like allows you to absorb the information better and like really learn and ask questions if needed. So it's been a little difficult, like learning wise online, because I don't know. Um, it's hard to like really stay on top of everything when you have so much free time at home, basically.
Yep.
Um, so, but with work, I only work 3 days a week. So the days where I'm off, I'm on top of my schoolwork, studying, getting ready for. I mean, I just took my last final yesterday, but um, during that time, I was studying for my finals and getting ready for the semester to end.
Yeah, I can't imagine what that's like. So have to commend all you for having to deal with that and doing everything online. Um, Also, you missed out on your spring soccer season now too because of what everything that's been going on. Uh, you were lucky enough that your actual season is the fall. You didn't get that canceled like some of our spring sports student athletes. But how have you been able to stay fit, and have you been able to work on your soccer skills at all during this time too?
Yeah, so when I'm not working, I'll wake up, have breakfast, and then get myself ready for the day. And I'll do like a hour and a half workout, little short circuits kind of thing. And then since the weather's been getting nice out, I try to go outside, grab a soccer ball, maybe meet a friend at a park and kind of kick the ball around, just to kind of like stay fresh on some skills and some techniques and stuff and not get lost.
So you're not going to have your spring soccer season. Do you think that's going to impact your team at all? I think I remember correctly, you have a lot of upperclassmen coming back. So you've been through this before. You guys just came off one of your most successful seasons ever. Do you think not having that spring season is really going to affect you guys come the fall, or do you think you'll be able to get through it since you do have a decent amount of people coming back?
It's kind of stinks that we haven't been able to really play in the spring because in the spring you kind of can work on some things that you didn't really work on during the season because you didn't want to try new things. So I mean, in that aspect, we lost that, but I don't really think it'll affect us so much come fall season. Like you said, we're bringing back a lot of upperclassmen. I think we'll have that strength within us to kind of come together and kind of leave where we left off last season.
So, I just mentioned you had probably your most successful season ever. You guys won the ECC for the first time. You made the regional final of the NCAA tournament. Just how was that expected? Did you guys think you could go that far when you were coming into the season?
Um, well, that's the thing. If you ask a couple of the girls, someone will be like, "Oh yeah, I expected us to get to the ECC playoffs," and then some people will be like, "Yeah, I expected us to win the whole thing." Um, Personally, I thought that we had what it took to go all the way and win the ECCs. And then to see us even go further in the NCAA, like that was just kind of like the cherry on top. Like we took what we can get and keep going. But we all worked hard through preseason last year and throughout the summer. So we came in knowing that we had the potential to do what we did this season.
Was there a moment where things like clicked and you knew that this was going to be a special season, or was it kind of just like you knew right from the start that you guys were going to have a good year?
It was honestly the first game we had of the year. We play any 10 teams. We played Bentley and Stonehill. We always kick off with like a little tournament.
Mhm.
And Molloy has never actually won their opening matches. So we came off with a 1-0 victory over Bentley in our first home opener, our first game of the season, which has not been done, and we have not beaten Bentley before either. So that game was like, wow, like we can do, like we're pretty good. We can do this.
So you guys won the ECC tournament. Your first match in the ECC tournament, you were playing Bridgeport, top seed in the conference tournament, defending national champion, and went to penalty kicks to the side. And you had the one that clinched the win for you guys. what was going through your head when you were stepping up to the line to take that shot?
Well, I knew it was on the line. I knew that I make it, we win. If I don't, we kind of keep going in this. But so I walked up to the line. I took my time, kind of calmed my nerves, took a couple of deep breaths. I kind of block everything out. And then I put the ball down. And once the ref blows the whistle, I take another deep breath, relax a second, and I just, kind of place it into my corner.
So is that something you guys practice? I mean, I looked at your career stats. You have one goal in your career leading up to that, and never taken a penalty kick before. So is that something you practiced so that your coach had confidence to put you in that spot in such a big moment?
I mean, we only practiced it probably 2 days before that playoff game because we never really, like you said, really take penalty kicks on a regular basis. But, he acts like who is willing to step up and take it because you can't just throw anyone on the line to go take it. It's a big confidence thing when it comes to a player taking it. But I knew that I wanted to step up. I wanted to take my shot, and I had confidence in myself to do it.
So then you guys move on. You win the ECC. Was that probably the most memorable moment of your career so far, or would you put the NCAA tournament wins ahead of winning the ECC?
I think winning the ECC is definitely a great memory, a great achievement that we all can hold on to for the rest of our lives. But like I said, the NCAA tournament, every game after that, we just was a great experience, and it was really cool to keep going to see how far we can get. Making it all the way to the regional final, that's not really something that comes along quite often. So we embrace every moment of it.
All right. So now we'll end this with a few fun questions. So what's the first thing you're going to do when we're back to normal, shelter at home's done, maybe we have a vaccine and life can kind of get back to normal as it was before?
I would love to go out to a restaurant with some friends and just hang out.
That was going to be my next question. What restaurant would you want to go to first? What's that food you're craving the most to go out and eat at a restaurant?
Um, there's this place out here in Rockville Center called Dirty Taco.
I live in Lynbrook, so I ordered Dirty Taco the other day. It was
yeah.
pretty
It's a really good place. I really like that place, so I probably would like to go there.
It is good. So, all right. So, have you been able to catch up on any shows? Like, have you been streaming anything, binge watching any shows while we've been in this?
There's a new show that came out on Netflix, Outer Banks. It was only one season, so I finished that in basically like a day and a half. But now, I don't really know any other shows, so I'm kind of asking some people what to watch. I don't really know.
Would you recommend Outer Banks to anybody who's watching this?
Yes.
All right. That's about all I have for you. So once again, just want to thank you for everything you're doing and wish you luck and continued good health. And we'll look forward to seeing you on the soccer pitch again, hopefully this fall.
Thank you.